friends. Okay, so today's video, I'm so excited. There is a new movie coming out called Cabrini, and it's about Saint Mother Cabrini and her story. And so I got to do a pre-screening, me and my husband. We went to a pre-screening, got to see the movie a couple nights ago. And so I wanted to do this movie while it was still fresh in my mind. And if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel, Catholic Mom's Life. I would love to have you a part of this awesome community. Okay, let's get into this movie review. So first of all, I didn't know much about Mother Cabrini before I went to the movie. So I had just seen a couple trailers here and there about her, and pretty much she is from Italy and she just had a missionary heart. She was the mother of her order, and she was very insistent. She kept writing to the Pope asking him to send her to China. And so finally he wanted to see her, and he met with her and said, I want you to go to America. Like, they need you in America. And so her goal was to go throughout the entire world and proclaim the gospel and open orphanages, love children, show them their dignity. And so went to America, and you got to see very clearly the hardship that she had going to America, just on so many levels. And just the things that she did to move forward and to glorify God. And it was so inspiring. This movie is so inspiring on so many levels. In fact, I would say it is my top 5 movie of all time. Like, not just in the Christian realm, but just overall. The cinematography was amazing. The acting was amazing. The story obviously was so amazing. The screenwriting, just every detail of this movie was so good. So I highly recommend this movie. I went with my husband, and so my husband's he's a little more critical than I am. Okay, so our trip to the movie theater was about 35 minutes long. The entire way home, he could not stop talking about this movie. I mean, he was a changed person from watching this movie and just seeing firsthand what she went through. And he even said that this was like up there with the Passion of Christ. It was probably like on that level of how good it is and how beautiful it is. And they were so authentic to her and her story. And it was cool because it wasn't a very preachy movie at all. Like, you could definitely go if you're not Catholic. Like, you could still go and it would still inspire you. So it's not like just because she's a saint, but because of what she did and what she did for humanity, it was so incredible on every single level. I highly recommend this movie. And there were no like inappropriate parts at all in the movie. It was just, obviously there were like some hard parts because it is like her true story of like, she built the orphanage in America and she went into the sewers to find children to invite them into the orphanage, and you just saw her love for these children and her love for God. And there were so many obstacles because back then they were very against Italians. Like, they were third-class citizens back then. Like, they couldn't get good jobs and they didn't know a lot of English. And so you got to see, because she was Italian, like what she had to deal with, and because she was a woman too, because back then, you know, it was very different. And so because she was Italian and a woman, like, they treated her so poorly. And so it really did a great job at showing her beauty through these hardships. And there were so many parts in the movie where, like, how is this gonna work? How is she gonna make this orphanage happen or this hospital happen with so many roadblocks? But you got to see clearly that God can do anything. And I think that's what I take away from this movie, was that God can do anything. If you give your life to God, He can move mountains. He can use you and to glorify Him. And so it's just, there are just so many amazing parts. This movie is a 2.5 hour long movie, which for me is super long, but I felt like it was 20 minutes long because it was so engaging and you just wanted to know what happened next. And they just did a phenomenal job of moving it along, and it was just so beautiful from the beginning all the way to the end. Like, I just couldn't get enough. It could have been another 2.5 hours because it was that good and well done. So with that being said, I highly recommend going to see Cabrini, coming out March 8th. On the way home from this movie, my husband and I are talking. We're like, okay, could we invite all the kids to see this? And I think it wouldn't be for the little kids. It is a 2.5 hour long movie, so that's a long time for little kids. But also, I just feel like with the orphans, like their stories are so real that I think it would be too much for them. So I think from junior high to older, I think they could definitely see it. With that being said, please go see this movie. Like, please support these good, awesome movies that are being made out there, and they are just so beautiful. Going to see Cabrini, see it in the theater, buy extra tickets, bring all your friends, go on a date with your husband. I promise your husband will love this movie too. It is not only for women, it is for everybody. And what I took from this movie was that I am called to so much more than what I'm doing, and that's really, like, it's just so inspiring. You will not go away from this movie feeling sad. You will feel inspired, and you will want to go make this world a better place. And it's just amazing to think that Mother Cabrini, one person, could do so much. And that's because she was open to God and God's will. And God can do that in us as well. We just have to be open. God has a plan for you in your life. If you're breathing, if you're alive, He still has work for you to do. So anyway, I cannot stress enough how amazing this movie is. Please go to it. Support these amazing movies that are out there. This one is by Angel Film, and they're doing awesome. Angel Film is doing amazing things. So anyway, all right, that is my review. 10 out of 10 by far, 5 out of 5, 2 thumbs up, whatever. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. I cannot wait to buy this movie and go see it in theater again, bring my kids. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this review, and until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.